now permanent commission for women in the armed forces, something that was unthinkable. They are in combat positions. They are fighter pilots. I am a product of Sainik School Chittorgarh. I joined Sainik School in 1962. Never imagined girls will be joining Sainik School. They are joining Sainik schools now. Our progress is to that extent that at Mathura we have a Sainik school only for girls. We really have come a long way. If we go to statistics, India's share of female pilots in civil aviation is amongst the highest in the world. And this is twice as much as the US. That is the share of Indian civil pilots, female pilots. I went to ISRO along with Dr. Sudesh. I was amazed. The number of female scientists they have. I met a group of women who contributed massively to the success of Chandrayaan 3. Congratulations to you all for having shattered the ceiling. And you know it. It takes a huge effort for a rocket to take off. You took off 40 years ago. It takes a huge effort to come out of the gravitational force. You are out of it. Therefore, not the sky, but space is the limit. I have no doubt you will do so, contributing for the nation. September 2023 was a historic month. 1/3 reservation for women in Parliament, Lok Sabha, and state legislatures was structured. The effort was there for over 27 years. It did not succeed. But that effort has succeeded. Look at what will happen now. In Lok Sabha, 1/3 women plus more. It can never be less than 1/3 because that is reserved. In state legislatures, you will therefore have the opportunity to be part of policy formulation, and that will change the course of history of the globe. This is an epochal development. When there was debate in Rajya Sabha, I thought I must do something that can impact your gender. It was taken up in Rajya Sabha. I made 17 women parliamentarians to sit in my chair. 17. I ensured the table office was all of your gender. This sent a huge message. But what I came to understand later on was that each of the women parliamentarian who sat in my chair exemplified highest standards. They indicated they could occupy this chair for time to come. That is the beginning. It is important for us that we push towards making the whole system more gender responsive and gender sensitive. This holds good not only for Parliament, for all institutions. We have seen situations where by and large the other gender to which I belong has a tendency to dominate, carried by a false sense of superiority. That myth has been demolished. And when you are made to lose a ground, it is not easy. But the good thing is, in our country, this is taking place in a systemic manner. To change a country of our size is not easy. But visionary Prime Minister Narendra Modi took it to himself that I will care for the girl child. Beti Padhao. I will ensure there must be toilet in every house. You come from a very elevated society, but by your organization, you are deeply connected to the ground reality. You are helping those women, so you know what is absence of a toilet in a house. What is meant by absence of a gas connection in the house? What is meant by not being a tap water in the house? All these big ticket changes have come in this country, all aimed at empowering women. India is the only country in the world that has constitutionally structured democracy at all levels: village, panchayat, district, state, and center. Women who had the occasion to participate in panchayat and municipalities, they are now ready to become members of the assembly. They are trained to be members of Lok Sabha. This legislation will prove a boon to them. In the process, boon to the country. Economic transformation takes place when women work. More and more women, if they start working as entrepreneurs, as corporate heads, or contributing in any manner they feel appropriate, economy will get quantum jump. We are at the moment at a point in our country that we are futuristic in our outlook. The country is focusing on quantum computing. The country is focusing on green hydrogen mission. We are grappling with disruptive technologies. When I thought, for my position, I should be more informed about these technologies, a presentation was made to me. I can share it with you. It was by 3 women scientists, so passionate about their work, in a missionary mode. Then I got an idea that we were thinking for a long time that STEM, science, technology, maths, engineering, your gender is keeping away. No longer. You are a spinal strength also of STEM. And if you exploit it, the day is not far when your family members who are in business will come to know your innovation power, your strength to guide them, your strength to show them that these are the areas in which you can engage. Promoting women's economic justice and closing gender gap in the world, they are key to sustainable development. We need sustainable development. We are having existential challenges in the shape of climate change, environment, and otherwise. Sustainable development can take place only and only when your gender, women, have a rightful place to contribute. They don't need any accelerated system to make their contribution. They only look for overcoming the handicaps. The handicaps are age-old barriers. They used to be earlier confined to the family. Don't move out of the house. That is gone. Now they are confined to your partners also. Oh, she might go ahead of me. But now I think all are reconciled. Fully exploit your potential. Realize your aspirations. That I am sure you will do. I must come to now what I have to request you. And I'm doing it because if I look around, parliamentarians, governance models, politicians, associations, I find your tribe, your gender is more eminently suited to bring about this transformation. Our commitment to nationalism has to be taught by you. We have to be nationalistic in our approach. There is no option but to be nationalistic. If there is a voice against nationalism, such a narrative has to be nipped in the bud. But economic nationalism is quintessential facet of nationalism, of our economy. No one knows better than people present here, your gender, what a great price we are paying for importing items that are available in this country. Right from chairs, carpets, toys, curtains, all kinds of items we are purchasing from other countries, importing them. They can be made here, but you can motivate a system. You can generate an ecosystem whereby we have a consensus. We shall not import an item which is made in this country, merely because financially it is advantageous. Can you compromise economic nationalism only because you will get some financial advantage? If your group forms a think tank, I can assure you, the foreign exchange drain because of this avoidable import of items which are made here will be more than hundreds of billions of dollars. You will be contributing greatly to our foreign exchange by persuading everyone, including your consorts, that let us believe in economic nationalism. Let us not yield to the temptation of making quick buck or fast money at the cost of our nation. Tell them the two disadvantages. One disadvantage is the moment you import an item that can be made here, you are snatching work from hands of people, adversely impacting employment potential of this country. And secondly, you are coming in the way of entrepreneurship growth. Suppose some of you are engaged in making these items which can be imported from outside. They may have a tendency to dump here. There may be some financial advantage. But look at the kind of adverse impact it will have on your contribution, on nation's economy. And I'm sure if you and your members decide, ultimately who is doing it? The larger public is not doing it. This is being done and accomplished by people we know. A small category of people is doing it. You can sensitize them. You can imbibe in them a spirit of nationalism. That let us believe in local is vocal. Be vocal about local. Believe in Swadeshi. And secondly, which you all will appreciate, imagine raw material leaving our sites. India is a country that exports raw material. No country would export raw material for money. We must add value to our raw material. We must add value in this country that will generate employment. These two aspects, I can tell you, there is no better audience to make this appeal than the audience, the benefit of which I have today. And I'm sure you will act as ambassadors for this country in promoting economic nationalism. Through your august organization and individuals also, you can shape the course of the course of the industry, course of business and commerce and trade. And once this catches up, trust me, it will be geometric. All of you are accomplished leaders. Otherwise, the family would not have allowed you to step out of the safe havens. You have chosen to do so. Chosen to do so with adaptability, with acceptability, and with impact. And now that it has been structured, it has made headway. With each step, the headwind is dying down. This headwind will be supporting you if you engage beyond what you plan to do and engage for nation building. The entire world is stunned at our growth. The entire world never imagined India's economy will be at this rise. We'll have this kind of infrastructure, such kind of highways, such kind of technological penetration, that our direct digital transactions are 4 times the transactions of USA, UK, France and Germany taken together. Our per capita internet consumption per capita is more than that of USA and China taken together. Just a decade ago, you are 40-year-old, when you were 30-year-old as an organization, India was a country in fragile 5. And look at where we are. We are in big 5, head of Canada, UK, France. In 2 years, we'll be head of Japan and Germany. But that's not our goal. Our goal is to be at number 1. Our target is Bharat 2047. In Amrit Kal, firm foundations are being laid. You can see it all around. This place itself is an indication. And therefore I appeal to you. Be in proactive mode. Everything will fall in line. Take note of nation's interest. Mold opinion of everyone in industry, trade and commerce, in big corporates, and you'll find it. I was happy that you have MOUs with lot many organizations. But let us reflect also. There is so much in this country. And for that, I invite all of you to visit Parliament building. At your comfort, I'll designate an officer. The number and details will be shared with the President and President-elect. Am I right? Right time to select. And there you will have the occasion. If you come in batches, that will be more gratifying. But even if you come as a group, as big as this one, we are ready even tomorrow. I am grateful for making available to me this great platform, because I know a mother can bring a big change, a wife can bring a big change, a daughter can bring a big change, a sister can bring a big change. But if they converge, the change will be transformative. The change will be amazing. And that change will help us reclaim the status Bharat had thousands of years ago. That is, to be a global leader in thought, in action, in knowledge, and for the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President, for gracing us with your insightful keynote address. Your vision and your wisdom has truly inspired all of us in the gathering. On behalf of FLO, we extend a deep sense of gratitude for your presence, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, and for your presence, the Second Lady of India, Srimati Sudesh Dhankar, for being here for 40 years of FLO. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to culminate this session of the evening with a national anthem. But before, we request all of you to rise for it. Please be mindful of the protocol that we will have to usher the Vice President out after this. So I request all of you to take your seats, post the anthem, while we give him a smooth exit. I request all of you to kindly rise. We request all of you to kindly take your seats.